Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is NABILAH HUDA binti Muhammad Saifuddin, a student of Industrial Hygiene Technology and Safety. In this video, I would like to present my final year project which entitled Indoor Air Quality of Airborne Fungi in Perpustakaan Tun Abdul Razak, UiTM Shah Alam. Firstly, I will explain the introduction of this study. What is indoor air quality? Indoor air quality is the quality of the air inside a building or in an enclosed environment, and it is important to the human as they can cause health effects to the people inside the building or in indoor environment. University libraries is an enclosed environment where it is a place where most people, students or public people gain their knowledge by conducting research, studying or learning. In this matter, ladies and gentlemen, aside from the occupants in the library, the librarians have the highest possibility to be exposed to the biological pollutants, which is airborne fungi, because they spend most of their time inside the building more than the occupants. Airborne fungi can cause great health effect at high concentration to the library workers in the library. The problem statements that led to this study were: firstly, librarians spend most of their time inside the library and they have the highest chance to be exposed to the airborne fungi. Besides, there are limited studies on indoor airborne fungi conducted in a library or in a similar building in Malaysia. There are three objectives of this study. Firstly is to determine the concentration of indoor airborne fungi at different workplaces in the library. The second one is to identify the species of indoor airborne fungi in the library. The third one is to investigate the health effects of the librarians related to indoor airborne fungi. Now, we will move on to literature review. Firstly is indoor air quality in the library. What is indoor air quality? Indoor air quality is the quality of the air in an enclosed environment or inside the building. The indoor air quality in the library can affect the health and comfort of the occupants in the library. Next is airborne fungi. What is airborne fungi? Airborne fungi is the microscopic spores or particles that are present in the air. Airborne fungi is also hazardous to human health at high concentration as it can cause various of illnesses. The last one is the most common species found in the airborne fungi were Aspergillus species, Cladosporium species, Penicillium species, Alternaria species, and yeast. This table here are the summary of the genus found from the previous studies. The indoor air quality guidelines that were referred from these studies is from Industry Code of Practice of Indoor Air Quality from Department of Safety and Health in Malaysia and also World Health Organization (WHO). The standard of airborne fungi from both of these guidelines is 1000 CFU per meter cube. Next, we will move on to methodology of this study. The sampling site that was chosen to conduct this study was at Perpustakaan Tun Abdul Razak, Pitar 1 in UiTM Shah Alam. There are 8 sampling points that were chosen to conduct the assessment. Before conducting the assessment, the media culture is necessary in order to collect the airborne fungi. The media culture that was used in this assessment was malt extra agar (MEA), as it is one of the most common media to collect and grow the fungi. These are the steps of how to prepare the media culture of MEA in the laboratory. For sample collection, the equipments used in this study are BioStage Quick 30 sample pump and EVM7 environment monitor. BioStage pump is used to collect the airborne fungi, and EVM monitor was used to measure the temperature and relative humidity in the library. Other than that, the questionnaire survey was also spread out to the librarians in order to gain their response regarding their symptoms in the library. The questionnaire form was gained from Appendix 3B of ICOP-DOSH in Malaysia. These are the sample analyses that were used in this study. For the data analysis, this equation was used to calculate the concentration of Indo-airborne fungi in the library. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention please? Because this part is the most crucial part in this video, which is data and discussion. Firstly, the total average concentration of Indo-airborne fungi at each sampling location. From this figure, we can see that the highest concentration measured was 70.78 CFU per meter cube located at 2B, and the lowest concentration measured was 36.51 CFU per meter cube located at 4C. From this figure 2, we can confirm that all of the concentration Indo-airborne fungi measured in PITAR 1 were in acceptable limit with the DOSH and WHO guidelines. Each of the sampling locations has different concentrations from each other. The possible factor from these variations may be furniture and materials, sizes of the room, and air conditioning systems. Next is the correlation between the concentration of Indo-airborne fungi with relative humidity. From this figure, we can see that relative humidity has no effect on the growth of fungi because the correlation coefficient is 0.03621, meaning that it has a very low correlation. Same goes with the concentration of Indo-airborne fungi with temperature. Temperature has no effect on the growth of fungi because the correlation coefficient is 0.0681, meaning that it has a very low correlation. For identification of probable species found in the airborne fungi, there are 4 of them, which are Aspergillus niger, Aspergillus flavus, Rhizoporus stolonifer, and Fusarium oxysporum. Ladies and gentlemen, this figure shows the health effects of the library workers related to Indo-airborne fungi in the library. The highest symptoms recorded were irritation of eyes, stuffy or runny nose, cough, and dry throat, with 70% recorded several times in a week, followed by headache and dizziness with 60% recorded in a week, and also followed by other symptoms. The cause of these symptoms may be due to the presence of genus such as Aspergillus species, Rhizopus species, and Fusarium species. These genus are found in the library, and also these genus are known for its spores that can generate allergy issues, respiratory symptoms, and more severe conditions in individuals. In conclusion, all of the objectives in this study were achieved. Firstly, the concentration of airborne fungi is all below exposure limit, which is below 1000 CFU per meter cube. As for correlation, there are no relationship between concentration of airborne fungi with both relative humidity and temperature. The probable species identified in the library were Aspergillus niger, Aspergillus flavus, Rhizopus stolonifer, and Fusarium oxysporum. Lastly, the dominant health effects from being exposed to airborne fungi were irritation of eyes, cough, irritation of or stuffy nose, and dry throat. From the results, there are some recommendations that can be made to improve the progress of Indo-airborne fungi in the library. Firstly, it is suggested that we use DNA sequencing technique on the airborne fungi samples to examine and determine the species of the fungi. Next, this assessment shall be conducted in all workstations in the library in order to give a better result and deep understanding of the trend and behavior of the airborne fungi. Last but not least, the library management shall practices regular cleaning and housekeeping in order to reduce the possibility of the library workers and also the occupants in the library to be exposed to the airborne fungi in the library. So that's all for my final year project presentations. With that, I thank you.